My life right now as a mom is hectic. I was working a full-time job and I'm in school full-time for my nursing. Um, it's a lot. I mean, to be real, every day is a challenge. Um, Especially kind of being a single mom, but living in the household with a partner that works all the time from sun up to sundown. Um, I feel like it's a lot. I think the biggest thing I learned this year with handling stress with everything going on is just taking time for myself. Um, I'm always putting everybody else before me. So taking that time and finding me, I mean, because I am somebody outside of being a mom. And I think a lot of women and moms lose that factor and that role trying to be a mom. So just taking the time for myself and gathering my thoughts and feeling those emotions, because I think it's okay to feel the emotions that you have instead of them like bypass you. So just taking the time to feel my real emotions and just kind of coming to terms with myself, I think. That job was taking away from my kids. And like I said, I already have a little time as it is. So losing that time already working a full-time job with my kids, I'm like, I'm not gonna get this time back. So like there's more detail, but I up and left my job. And so now it's like I'm door dashing a little bit. So now, but I'm able to take them to school, right? They're at school within that certain amount of time. So my plan is while they're in school, those hours, I can be supporting myself and my business and going to like farmers markets that are open. So while they're at school, that's my plan on doing that as far as time. And then on weekends, and then my business, I want to incorporate it for my kids as well, so they have something to lean on if they want to do it or not when they get older. But incorporating it and making it a family, I'm not losing that time with them because they're helping me and our brand. I feel like every day is a sacrifice. We are creating these children, we're teaching these children to be something and be amazing at that. And I feel like sacrificing our time, our health, like all of that goes to my kids. And I don't mean that in a negative way. Like on this earth they made me who I am, basically. And I am putting all of my love, my care, my health, my knowledge into them to make them an amazing little human. So I feel like I sacrifice every day for them, and that's not in a negative way. But like I said again, like the time, your energy, your health, like that's poured into them. And I feel like I lose that for myself. That takes away from me because I can be sick, right? I can be sick and they can be sick at the same time. But you think I'm going to care for myself? No. My sickness is going to be as one with them because I want them to heal. I don't think I ever deal with things, to be honest, and dealing with myself and the time that I have, like I made the sacrifice to be a mom, right? Maybe it wasn't in my best interest at the time, and maybe I was really young and didn't know what I was doing, but then I had 2 more kids. So that's on me, right? Like they didn't ask to be brought into this world. So, and like I said, how I put everybody first, it's just always been like an instinct of mine, like to make sure you're good before me. So trying to find time, or how do I deal with not having time, is just like day by day, that's my normal. Like I don't know how to accept if I did have time. Honestly, days I just feel like something is difficult or something chaotic is going on, I kind of just snap out of it. Like I'm not in the zone of where my kids are. So kind of sometimes ignoring it, but I can't. But facing those, like, I don't know, I just kind of talk myself out of what's actually happening. Like they're just kids. They're gonna always be kids. Your life is chaotic. It's always gonna be something. Like I said, it's always something. But that's my normal. Seeing my kids happy, the moments that my kids are the happiest, and that my kids are being or giving so much love, those are the best moments because I know I'm doing something right. And just seeing them grow and learn and their knowledge and how smart they are and the things that they talk about on a daily basis, it makes me so proud because that's my little human. Like, I created this being, and it's just a gift to know how loving my kids are, but knowing that they are that loving because of how I've nurtured them as kids, as children. Caleb, he's my little 8. He's gonna be astronaut, he's gonna be scientist kid, and he's always just going above and beyond for somebody. And there was an instance at the park where they're with their dad, and a kid was getting beat up and bullied, and he's experienced that. So, but he took the time to yell at that person or that child or whoever it was and make them stop. But not only that, go get an adult, go get their dad and be like, this is what's happening. And that right there makes me proud because he cares for somebody else. He's going to make sure that somebody else is okay with the adult not being around. So that made me very proud. Cameron's my Sour Patch Kid. He is not all there, but that's my baby. And he always makes me proud, but I feel like most recently it's in his strive to be a better person. He's only 6, granted. He has an IEP, he's cognitive ability. So there's things he doesn't understand. But for him to say something like, recently he's been fighting all the time and he's been having an attitude. But his growth for me, and what makes me proud of that, is that he's acknowledging it. Not every 6-year-old cares. They're going to say what they want to say when they want to say it. Granted, me being his mom, I do the exact thing, so I can't really be mad at him for that. But he is learning, he is seeing, he's watching, he's being knowledgeable about himself and learning himself. And so I feel like, and he didn't do that before, so I feel like that's a big proud mom moment for me, is accepting of his surroundings and his attitude and trying to change and be better. And then Kalani, she's only 3, so she is she's a firecracker. But she's in speech and occupational therapy, so every day she shocks me with a new word, or her vocabulary gets so big, and she's so sweet and happy and just bright. So I think it was just the other day we were all in the car, and Caleb talks about being a scientist, and we talk about whales and mammals and things like that, and we were talking about animals at the time, and Kalani's in the back was like, yeah, we're all camels. And we all looked, and we're like, Caleb's like, mammals, you mean mammals? So, but the thing, like, she was trying to grasp what we were talking about. Like, we were talking about being mammals and animals, and for her to only be 3 and have us and be in speech, and for her to just say that, like, that was a proud moment. Like, yeah, girl, you trying to get in the conversation. We know you do. You looking like that was my girl. So that was a fun moment. How has motherhood changed my perspective on life? I used to be a risk taker before I was a mom. I honestly didn't care the time of the day and what I did, but I did it. But now I feel like being a mom, there's so many things you have to watch out for. It's okay to be careful, and I feel like that has brought a change to me as being a mom. So to be careful and not have that risk, and making sure you're caring for your kids and your kids are okay and their safety, I feel like that plays a lot into being a mom, is keeping them safe, and yeah. That I'm strong. I am a strong woman. They have made me who I am 100%. And I get emotional saying that because, like, I didn't have a great childhood. I didn't have a great upbringing, and my mom was my rock, honestly. So I hope they feel loved. And I say that because I didn't have love. I mean, my mom was my love, yes, but when you don't have a dad growing up, and you don't have a big family, and the love only being from your mom, it's hard. And my kids don't have a big family, so it's really just me, their dad, and my mom, and my grandma. But it's not somebody that we see on a daily. So I want them to look back and say, like, wow, I was loved. Like, my mom gave me so much love, and they don't feel hurt by me or scared of me. That I'm their protector, and that they can always come to me whenever they need. Because I didn't have that. I mean, again, yes, I had my mom, but I think we look for more out of family members than just your mom. Because of course, she's our superhero. But not having that dad figure and not feeling that love from him was hard for me. So for them, like I said, for them to look back and know that they can say, oh, that woman, she loved me, and her love made me who I was, or I am today, I think is big for me. I wouldn't say money is a big issue, but money plays a huge part. Um, I feel like not having that money doesn't give you the security that you need with your children. Or something to lean back on, or just to go and jump and take that trip, or just to say, fuck it, like, I don't have to go to work. Like, let me take my kids and go do something. That security of having that, the money in this economy is a scary thing. And I feel like, I mean, we can save as much money as we want, but in the end, we're truly broke. Like, and I always say, because Caleb will make comments of how his friends are all rich and their mom, they're doctors. I'm like, buddy, that's fine. I said, God has a different plan for us, but at the same time, what kind of love does that family have just because they have money? And I try to base that on with my kids. Like, it's not about money. Money doesn't make you happy. Money, yes, can get you the things that you need right when you want it, or like to take those trips that you want. But at the end of the day, I have my kids, and I try to teach them that, like, we have each other. We have each other, we have God, we will be okay. So money does play a huge part. And then just the knowledge that people lack in this world, like our educators and things taking place in schools and teaching our kids certain things or not teaching them the right things. That's a scary thing. And that, like, you have to have knowledge. You have to know what you're talking about. I feel like everything is TV news and half of it is fake. Half of it, nobody knows what they're talking about. But I mean, that's just my take on it. But yeah. It makes me feel happy. It makes me feel good. Because they are amazing kids. And it's definitely challenging and it's definitely hard. But again, they make you who you are. And I think I'm doing good.